अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुं श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं हरिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादां सहगनललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी नमामि हरिप्रिये पाञ्चाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
Hare Krishna. So, Ugadi Pachadi. How many of you? All of you must have eaten Ugadi Pachadi yesterday, right? Right? Did you all enjoy Ugadi Pachadi?
Yes, Mataji.
Very good. Why do we eat Ugadi Pachadi? Who will tell? Why do we eat Ugadi Pachadi? Who will tell? All of you switch on your videos now. You are able to see me. I love to see all of you. Switch on your videos. What is the secret here? Why do we eat Ugadi Pachadi? Why nobody is telling? You're not able to mute? Right. Unmute themselves. Yeah, you can unmute yourself now. Anybody not able to unmute? Can answer. Just tell me, why do we eat Ugadi Pachadi? We all religiously eat Ugadi Pachadi. In Kerala also, do you eat Ugadi Pachadi Sagana? You don't eat? You know what is Ugadi Pachadi? You don't know? Okay. Ugadi Pachadi is a special dish. You can't unmute. Who is that? Rajasanya. Sir. Okay. I have unmuted.
Ma'am, Mataji.
Who is talking? Saga.
Ma'am, I don't know the answer, but I'm just.
Switch on your TV, no? Rana, please switch on your video. Tell me.
Ma'am, I don't know what's Ugadi Pachadi.
You don't know? Your mother did not prepare Ugadi Pachadi yesterday?
Ugadi Pachadi, that I know. But I don't know why do we do.
You don't know. Very good. Today you will understand why do we do it. Okay, anybody who knows why do we eat? Nobody knows? One of Ugadi Pachadi is one of the most, who is saying this? One of the most important Ugadi recipe. That is the only Ugadi recipe. Not one of the most Ugadi recipe. That is the only recipe which is compulsory to eat that day. Okay? Okay. Then we'll talk about Ugadi Pachadi today. Okay. So, first let me give a brief about Ugadi Pachadi. This is Ugadi means Uga Adi. That is starting of a new era. That is starting of one more year. So, this is as per January 1st is what we celebrate as per Christian calendar. But this is what we celebrate as per Sanskrit calendar. This calendar has been written some thousands of years ago. It has been coming from there. This is how all the predictions are also done based on this. If you just see this calendar, everything is there. That means when the solar eclipse will come, when the lunar eclipse will come, which day will come, which festival will come, when all the details are there in that. So every year, the way we celebrate New Year, this is our New Year. So this year, when we start this New Year, we have to, when we are starting anything, we start with a hope of having something very nice, at least in the coming future. So that is the reason anything we do, we start with a festival. So the moment we say, when we celebrate this festival, the most important dish we prepare is Ugadi Pachadi. I'll show you what the ingredients of this are. The moment we say Ugadi Pachadi, at least my mouth waters. Many of you may not like it because there are various tastes mixed in it, and a lot of you don't like it. But it is very important to eat. And why do we eat it? And normally we say that we should start our day on Ugadi with eating Ugadi Pachadi. It has got all the taste, all the known taste is mixed in this Ugadi, in this Pachadi. Okay, Pachadi means chutney pickle. Pickle is a preserved item. Chutney is a temporary pickle. That is called. So in Telugu we call it as Pachadi. And why do we eat it on that? Normally in our childhood, when we used to ask our parents why we should eat it, they used to say that our life is full of all kind of experiences. That means one day we are for one incident we are happy, one incident we are sorrowful, and for one incident we have a very bitter experience, and one incident we have a very punching experience. So different kinds of experiences we have in our life. So this dish, this recipe is that reflects all the experiences or how our life will be. So we should never think that our life is totally going to be sweet and eat only sweet, nor we should never get depressed and think that our life is always very meaningless and then sorrowful, and we should not eat neem leaves. It should be a mixture. This is what our parents used to tell. But I used to think, why? Okay, whatever comes will come. Why should I eat all this and say that my life is going to be like this? No, so anything that is done in our scriptures, it has got a meaning. But anyway, so what we shall discuss today is something different from the normal perspective, what our parents, at least my parents, have told. So here, what we are going to talk is, I'll show you, I'll start with a Zoom, like PowerPoint presentation, and then start. So all of you are able to see the screen. So today we are going to correlate between the ingredients of Ugadi Pachadi versus the 7 wonders of the world. All of you know the 7 wonders of the world, and these 7 wonders are not always the same. Like once in few years, they keep changing the 7 wonders. But we are taking certain 5, 6 wonders. And then our characters. We have different characters. Like sometimes we are joyful, sometimes we are sorrowful, sometimes we are depressed, sometimes we are in a very bad mood and things like that. These are all our feelings and our characters. Some are very good, some are very bad, and some are moderate. Why we are all like this, and how it should be corrected, and how it can be related with the various tastes of this Ugadi Pachadi. Okay, this is what we are going to study now. We are going to compare these two. So this is how the Ugadi Pachadi. Rajasanya, you said you don't know, no? This is how the Ugadi Pachadi looks like. So what are the ingredients of this Ugadi Pachadi? We have jaggery in it, okay? And then we have mango, raw mango in it. And we add salt to it. And we add neem flower in it, not neem leaves or not neem fruits, neem flower in it, which is very bitter in taste. And then we add little chili. And we also add tamarind juice in it. This is the liquid, what is seen there is the tamarind juice. So we just add all this and make this chutney. And then we offer it to God, and then all of us eat it. I mean, some people, those who like, they eat bowlful, and some people, those who don't like the bitterness in it, take 1 or 2 spoons. But we make it a point to eat this. Okay, right. Then now this is Ugadi Pachadi. So this is what it is. Now what is that we are going to do now? We are going to compare or see the resemblances between the Ugadi Pachadi. These are the 7 wonders of the world. The Ugadi Pachadi and the 7 wonders of the world and our characters. This is what we are going to see today. Okay, so these are the three points we are going to compare with each other. That means we have taken what the ingredients of Ugadi Pachadi are, and we shall take one ingredient, talk about that, and 7 wonders of the world, and then 1 character of a human being. These 3 we shall compare. Okay. So the first one is sugar, sweet. What we put in Ugadi Pachadi is the jaggery. We don't put sugar, we put only jaggery. So how does this jaggery come? It comes, the jaggery, when we crush the sugarcane and get sugarcane juice. This is a very direct process. And then there is a huge process involved in it, which makes the jaggery. And see, one thing we have to understand here is, when we look at the, if we just show the sugarcane like this and the jaggery like this and say, this sugarcane, this jaggery has come from the sugarcane, see the first picture and the last picture, we won't believe. What is this? This is white, that is brown, this is different, that is different, and we won't believe. There is like, and we won't even believe that the jaggery exists in the sugarcane. And so when a person who is unaware of jaggery, if we just show the sugarcane, he will never think that the jaggery is inside the sugarcane. So here we have to understand one thing, that there is lot of process involved, lot of churning involved to make the sugarcane into the jaggery. So here, to understand that there is jaggery in the sugarcane, what we have to do is, we have to first take the juice and put it in the factory. A lot of process is involved, where I don't know whether any of you have seen the sugarcane factories. If you just pass by the sugarcane factories also, you get horrible smell. It is called molasses. The smell is so bad. The smell of the jaggery, sugarcane is good, the churn of the jaggery is good, but the smell of the jaggery is so bad. So here what we should understand is, from one product to churn it, to make it and get the real essence of the other one, lot of negative things have to come out, and also finally the end result will come. So similarly, if you take the one wonder of the world, we'll take pyramids. How many of you know pyramids? Most of you must have heard about the pyramids. They are all in Egypt. All these pyramids are in Egypt. When we look at a pyramid, the way we look at the sugarcane and look at the jaggery, we'll never understand that these two are the same. Similarly, when we look at a pyramid, what is that we see? We see a heap of stones. We'll just think it is a heap of stones. In my childhood also, when we learned that the pyramid, there are mummies in it. By the way, in Egypt, the dead bodies which are preserved and kept, they are called mummies. So we better call our mothers as ammas from today and not mummies. Okay, we better call them as amma. Okay, so there is huge. There's unimaginable architecture, unimaginable construction is there inside the pyramid. So inside, if you just see this figure, you can see from inside the pyramid how much of construction has gone inside. So much of construction, so many layers, so many tunnels, so many ways, and a lot of things will be done. So if you just see, it is how inside the pyramid it will be like that. And if you just go to the minute details of the pyramid, you will see beautiful drawings like this. And also you will see a lot of jewelries and lot of jewelry in the sense gold, diamond, and lot of valuable things, a lot of paintings like this, lot of beautiful house. It will be like a lot of rooms with beautiful paintings like this. These pyramids where I think they are there from thousands of years, but still the beauty inside the pyramid is not gone. And also there will be, if you see the thing, wash basin tub kind of thing, it is the dead body. So what they used to do is, they used to preserve the bodies of their kings and queens in those pyramids. That is how they were doing it. So this pyramid, the biggest pyramid in Egypt is called Giza pyramid. The size of the pyramid is in 16 hectares of land. You can imagine 1 acre of land itself is unimaginable. So you can imagine 16 hectares of land means how big it will be. So, so similarly, if you just look at it that way, here, the way we don't understand that there is so much of wealth inside, so much of architecture inside, so much of beauty inside, and so much of intelligence is there inside. The jaggery, what is used in the Ugadi Pachadi also, we never realize that it has come from the sugar cane. So this is the resemblance. And then when we come to human beings, even in us, when we look at a person, when we look at ourselves, we think, we always look for happiness. So we always think that the sugarcane juice also is sweet and is also, we can compare it with happiness. But if you just feel that the bellam is the real happiness, lot of churning has to go inside. So lot of processing has to be done. So for us also, from the materialistic happinesses, whatever we are enjoying today, to get the real happiness in our life, lot of churning has to be done, lot of process has to undergo. So similarly, the way a sugar cane has become jaggery, the way we can understand a heap of stones, a pyramid, into a beautiful architectural construction, there's a lot of difficulty in it. Similarly, we have to understand that the happiness, what we are seeing outside in us, is not the real happiness. The real happiness is inside us. It is very much inside us, which we never realize. And we think the materialistic happiness is something very much is true, and we always spend our time and waste our time for it. So, see, this is a musk deer. Musk means the deer name is musk. The specialty of this deer is, there is beautiful, it has got a sack. You can see the sack hanging down it. So in that sack, there is a particular material which has got beautiful smell. That smell, this poor deer, it doesn't know that the smell is coming from its own body. The way we don't know that there is Krishna inside with us, and the real knowledge is with us, the Atma is there with us. We have to make Krishna happy and attach our Atma to the to the real God. This poor deer also doesn't know that there is the real beauty, the real smell is coming from it, and that lifetime, what it does is it keeps searching for happiness, smell. It keeps on moving, just looking for happiness, smell. So it goes into the forest, sometimes it goes into the deserts also, because wherever it goes, it gets the smell. So it thinks the smell is somewhere very close, and sometimes it goes deep into the desert, and without food and water, it dies. So that way we also we don't realize that the happiness is within ourselves, and it comes out of the real knowledge and not out of the material thing. Similarly, if you look at a dog, the dog always tries to catch its tail. It enjoys holding its tail, but it can never catch its tail because it's at the back. Once one puppy dog, it went its mother dog and said, "Mama, I know where my happiness is." The mother says, "Where is your happiness?" The puppy says, "It's in my tail. That is the reason I'm trying to catch my tail and going round and round because it's behind. It wants to catch. It keeps on moving round and round. Where does it stay? It is there only. It doesn't go anywhere." Similarly, we also So here we also don't understand that the real happiness is within us. So then the mother dog says, "Yes, your happiness is in the tail, but the tail is with you only. So be happy with it. Don't search for it." So we should not waste our time in searching for happiness, but we should realize the happiness within ourselves, and then proceed further and then work for it. So the next one is tamarind. So how many are tamarind? Here when we take tamarind, we normally, here we are not taking it for the taste of it, for its taste. It just taste, what do you call that, sour. We are not comparing it with the taste. We are comparing it with the shape. The tamarind is never straight. If you just see, means small tamarinds are okay, but if you take the real tamarind, it is always crooked, turned circle like this. And so this is what we are taking. So why is a tamarind? Why a tamarind is never straight, and why is it taking shape? Here, if you just, many of you must have opened a tamarind and seen. So if you just see these tamarinds here every this one has a seed inside, and on the seed we have the juice, and on the juice is the cover. So this is how the inside of a tamarind is made. So why does this tamarind turn is not straight? Because every seed inside it is separate. There is no connection between one seed and the other seed. So if only there is something which is common to all this, from the beginning, from the childhood, if that is also growing with the tamarind straight, and if the seeds are attached to it, and then if the juice is on it, the tamarind would have been straight. It would not have taken this shape. So the reason for the tamarind to take an odd shape is it was not corrected in its when it was small. So if you just the second example here is the seven wonders of the world. All of you know what it is, no? It is the Leaning Tower of Pisa. So they originally planned for a big tower construction, but while laying the foundation, all of you know how a foundation comes. What they do is they put the iron rods. They put the iron rods and then put it straight. Put cement on it, and the shape of the rod, the shape of the iron rods keeps continuing. So the angle in which the iron rods are kept, the shape of the building takes place. So by mistake, when the building was getting constructed, when the foundation was laid, there was a small deviation of 2 degrees in the foundation of this construction. So that mistake they have realized after constructing 2 floors. So they didn't know what to do. They tried their best to correct it because already 2 stories was constructed and that shape has already gone wrong. So they tried their best and then they could not. So they left the construction like that. But after some years, for their own reasoning, they wanted to continue it. As they wanted to continue it, they have continued the construction. And the construction, if you just see the picture there, you will see what kind of a leaning it has taken. Just the mistake that is done at the foundation was very small, but the mistake at the foundation, by the time it became big, it has turned out to be 15 degrees curve, lenient. So here, so this is the comparison between the tamarind and the one of the 7 wonders of the world. If you take it in our character, this is the very important comparison. When we are children, when there is a mistake, when we do mistakes, our parents correct it. And we think, it's a small thing. What is that? It's okay. I'll correct it later. But the day, if you don't correct it on day 1, what happens is when we grow bigger, it becomes impossible to correct it. So understand one thing, the correction, whatever is to be done when we are children only. So for having a beautiful character, for becoming beautiful, excellent children, what you have to do is you have to correct yourselves. You have to listen to your parents when you are children only and not when you grow up. I remember to have told you the story of one boy and his mother, where once the mother keeps the boy on her shoulders, and then when she was going, one more lady will be going there, putting one basket on her head, where she has kept some curry leaves for the curry totkora. So what this boy is, because this boy is at this height, he simply pulls off one bundle from there. And then after that lady has passed, he shows it to his mother. A right mother, what she should do? She should show it to, she should scold the boy, saying that no, you should not do it. This is wrong. These are the negative effect of this. If you do this, your life, that's a very bad thing. You will cause loss to the other people, and your life will get into bad qualities. And then she should have rectified the boy. But the mother said, "Oh, excellent! You are doing an excellent job." And then she encouraged him. So slowly, what did the boy do? From then, he slowly started doing thefts, one after one. Once when he grew up also, one day in that village, one big theft has happened, and police thought that because this fellow is a thief, he arrested him. And then that boy who has become an youngster now realizes what his mistake was. And then his mother comes to the jail to see his son. Then the mother feels bad that her son is arrested. Then he says, Mama, don't worry. I'll tell you, I'll tell you where. No. Then the mother tells, you should not have done. Why did you do it? Such a big theft. That she tries to teach him. Then the boy says, okay, it's okay. Come here. I will tell you in your ear where I have hidden the golden jewelry. Then she goes and gives her ear like this. Because that fellow will be inside the bars, he just bites the ear and strongly. Then she holds it. Then he says, this is, if only you have told me that doing theft is a mistake in my childhood, when I have plugged that small, when I have did that small theft, today I would not have done this. It was because I was not corrected in my childhood. Today I have become like this. So this is the correlation between the character, the tamarind, and the leaning pizza. And Prahalada also says, whenever we have a problem, we always tries to solve the problem. We don't. So that is the mistake what we are doing. We make the problem more bigger by trying to solve the problem. What we should do is, we should try to find out the root cause of the problem. Why this mistake is done by us? Why this is happening like this? And then correct the root cause of the problem. So always think about the root cause. Like, you children, now you may not be doing all this, but when you grow another 5 years, what happens is your friend will give you one cigarette and says, okay, just one cigarette. What will happen? If you don't stop yourself at that first cigarette, if you don't stop yourself at that first liquor, or whatever it is, at the first lie to your parents, anything, if you don't stop it on the first day, what happens is you will get habituated to it, and you will also become one more leaning tower of Pisa. So you should be very careful. So this is the resemblance here, the tamarind and a leaning tower of Pisa and our characters. And also there's one more story. Also, the basics, how a character is formed is, we learn all our characters by looking at others, not by just listening. So when I am teaching you I'm trying to tell you so many things, if I don't follow it, you will have no value for my word. Only when I implement whatever I am doing, then only you will have value for my word. Similarly, even in your house, you will be having youngsters than you in your house. So you can't ask them to do something and then you do a wrong thing. They will never listen to you. Similarly, also, lot of things, when we tell others, we have to follow. For that also, there is a very famous story. Like one young man, he has father and also a young son. So this young man is not a good character person. So he is upset with his father and then wanted to bury his father when he was alive. So he takes his father and then he will be digging a pit. So then what the son does is, a young boy, 5-10 years boy, he also starts digging a pit. Then the father asks, Nana, why are you digging a pit? He says, this is what the treatment you are giving it to your father. So tomorrow when I grow big, you will become bold. I will also have to give you the same treatment. Then the father realizes the mistake. That way, a father should be an example to the children. Similarly, if we children are having good character, even our parents will change. If you people start chanting every day loudly in the house, automatically your parents also will chant. If you people say, don't watch the TV and waste your time and use it for a useful things, automatically your parents also will change. So we should always set an example and change our elders. See, this is a snake guard. Normally, if you go to a snake guard farm, this is how they will look. Like, because the snake guard will be on a, what do you call, the pandiri. We just, they keep hanging down. So because there is no pull from the down, they just go havoc like this. So what the farmer does is, like if they are like that, nobody will buy. So what the farmer does is, he puts a stone, ties a rope and hands it to the snake guard. So there is a pressure pulling it down. So the snake guard grows neatly down. This is how. So when we are children itself, we should set our character straight. We should never think, I am a child, it's okay. When I grow big, I will do it. You will never do anything good when you grow big. You will do it only if we are doing it right now, if you start it right now. The best example is, you people are asked to do chanting at this age. If you do it, if you start doing chanting now, it becomes very easy for you to do throughout your life, because it becomes a part of your life. But for us, because we have started doing chanting at this age, for us, we find it very difficult to do chanting. We find it very difficult to do. So anything good should be started when we are very small. The way the snake guard is set, right? Anything good like chanting, we should start when we are very small. Okay, right. The next is mango. How many of you like mango? All of us like mango, right? Yes, all of us like mango. Very good. But here, one thing we have to be very clear. We like mango, we love mango. Here you can see various stages of a mango. This is a mango when it is very small, little big, and almost ripen. So even though we love mangoes, we like mangoes, we don't mind eating half a dozen mangoes. Will we eat a mango at this when it is so small? We don't eat because it won't taste good. And also here also we don't do. Maximum we'll try to eat when it is like this. But there also it's a compromise. When do we eat? When the mango is like this, we will enjoy eating. Right? All of you agree? So anything we do, even when we eat mango, what do we get? We get enjoyment. So that enjoyment also we should get only when we, like, step by step, we should attain knowledge and understand what is real enjoyment, and then only we should enjoy. A person, if you try to make a person without proper enjoyment, what will happen is it will be a person without proper knowledge can never enjoy the real enjoyment. They will only look for temporary enjoyment or a wrong enjoyment. So that means he is doing a wrong thing, enjoying, like having liquor or having cigarettes or wasting time on games, video games and movies. This is all wrong. Why are we doing all this? Why are we wasting our health, money and time on those wrong things? Is because we have no knowledge of proper enjoyment. What is real enjoyment is something we do not know. So here, for the one of 7 wonders of the world, we will take this as the example. This is a stadium which was built in Rome where 50,000 people can sit at a time. It is called Colosseum. This stadium was 50,000 people can sit. And this was built by the king in those days. Why did he build for 50,000? Because he had 50,000 people in his country. He wanted all his people to sit there and enjoy. So he himself doesn't know what is enjoyment. When he himself doesn't know what is enjoyment, what enjoyment will he give? What enjoyment will he give? See, most of you are joining for Bhagavad Gita classes or these classes. Why? Because you got the taste of that kind of an education. A person who does not have the taste for Bhagavad Gita classes or other classes, he will never join for those classes. And he will try to spend his time, or rather, I should say, waste his time on some video games or movies. Even when there are exams also, some people are not able to do, but some people are able to join these classes. Why they are able to join? Because they know the importance of this, and what they do is they schedule or they plan their time in such a way that they can see, even though I have exams, I don't read all the 24 hours. Even when I am awake also, all the 12 hours or 15 hours, I don't read. I have some time for relaxation. In that relaxation time, some children, I just, they are really doing chanting every day. Like Siri is doing in spite of her intermediate, Sahiti is doing in spite of her 10th, Harshit is doing, Sai Teja is doing. They are also students, but they are able to find time. Because why? Because they know what is real enjoyment. Similarly, there are, or many of you are able to spend time on this because they know what is real enjoyment. Like Dikshit is also doing chanting. So some of you are doing. So this king, as he does not know what is real enjoyment, he wanted to give some enjoyment to his people. He constructed this stadium. And now what to exhibit in the stadium, he doesn't know. If he is a knowledgeable person, he would have used that stadium to propagate the right knowledge. He himself doesn't know what is what. So what has he done? He has started some horrible games, like he used to throw people into some prisoners or whatever it is, or some men from who are arrested from the other countries, bring them, and animals on the other hand, like lion, tiger, and them leave them for fighting. And so they used to fight them. You can imagine, no? A tiger and a human being fighting, how horrible it will be. So what did the king think? The king thought that is the enjoyment. So he gave that enjoyment. So most of the time the people will die. And these innocent people in the country, they used to enjoy it because they thought that is the enjoyment. So, and sometimes the animals will die, sometimes the human beings will die. And otherwise what he used to do, he used to run a play depicting the war field. Like a lot of wars happen. Like suppose there is Mahabharata Yuddham, the same Mahabharata Yuddham he depicts there. But because he has got no knowledge, he will give them real bow and arrows and says kill. So they will be killed. That way hundreds and thousands of people were killed. And what happened? Around this Colosseum stadium, they were all buried. And finally it became, around such a beautiful, excellent stadium, it became a burial ground. And all message to Krishna. Finally, some big earthquakes have come, and half of the stadium fell down. So here, when we try to enjoy this time without knowing what is real enjoyment in life, this is how horrible things can happen. Like in our olden days, they used to tell that it should be dharma, artha, kama, moksha. That means first means dharma. We should know what is dharma. If only those people knew what is dharma, they would not have enjoyed this. That means when we compare it to mango, they try to eat the mango not when it is ripened. They tried to eat the mango in the first stage where it was displayed there. And then they should learn first, understand dharma, then artha. They should earn from that, and then kama, that is fulfilling our desires. When we know dharma and earn the money, we really know how to enjoy, what exactly to enjoy, and which will take us to moksha. That is how it is. Okay. So what happens is, if you don't know dharma and if you have artha, that is money, we don't know how to spend it. So what will we do? We will just spend it in a wrong way, and then we spend our money for wrong desires, and then we don't get moksha, but we will have to go into the same birth, janma mrityu jara vyadi. We have to keep on moving. This stadium was constructed. Why was it constructed? It was constructed because they had a lot of money, and that easy money they wanted to give enjoyment for people, or it was done by a king who had no proper arahata. What you call this arahata in English? Eligibility to enjoy. Okay, so So even with the children, when we parents also, when we try to give enjoyment to our children, first we should make them earn the eligibility for the enjoyment. Like when the child doesn't eat food, what we try to do, we look for temporary enjoyment. Even you children also, please don't do this. While eating food, you try to watch a video game or a TV and start eating. You should not do, because you should, whatever we are doing, we should have the proper sense of doing it. Like as we all learned in SSR classes, what we learned is what we eat is what we are. The consciousness with which what we eat is what we are. So when we are eating, if you are watching a fighting video game and eat the food, we get the same consciousness in us. So similarly, like here, why are our parents allowing us to watch the TV? Our parents' interest is somehow make us eat, because they are worried that you are not eating, you will become weak. But we should understand that if not today, tomorrow we'll eat. Somehow we should convince the children to understand that eating the right food at the right time is very important for a healthy body. A person with healthy body will only have healthy mind. When our body becomes weak, our mind also will become weak. If you want to play excellent games, you should have excellent body. If you want to come first in the school or college, you should have an excellent body, healthy body. Only then even you should have excellent sleep also. See, understand here, if only this 50,000 people in this country had good knowledge of dharma, none of them would have attended those games. None of them would have attended. Then it would not have happened. So we should first wait until the knowledge or a product is totally matured. That means only when a mango is ripened, we should eat. So we should also spend our life for enjoyment only after getting proper dharma. Liberty, Statue of Liberty. Salt. So France has donated this Statue of Liberty to America. This Statue of Liberty is there in New York City, New Jersey, not New York, New Jersey, America. It is in between in the middle of a lake. So, so this was given by France to America. Like when America was fighting for its independence, France supported it very much. And after it got independence, as a friendship, as a symbolic for friendship, it has given this. But the greatest thing here is France, how did it give? The government did not give. The people of France, they collected money and then they constructed, they made the Statue of Liberty and gave it to America. But here the great thing is, nowhere it is written that it is like nobody has written so-and-so has donated $1,000, so-and-so has donated $10,000. No, nobody knows who has given. It is only known that France has donated it. And also even in the statue, on the statue, nowhere it is written that France has donated this. That means like a hidden quality, like salt. Why we have taken the example of salt here is, we all of us put the compulsory ingredient we put in any curry is salt, and none of us can see the salt there. And only when the salt is not there, the presence of the salt is felt. And so we should support people or help people or help others in such a way that we should not look for the praises that we are going to get from them. We should not tell that, our boasting should not come. It should be like a salt in our life also. Always remember one thing. It is not important for our presence to be felt, but it is very important for our absence to be felt. That means when we attend some party or something, we make our presence feel. There is nothing great in it. Okay, but we should play such a role in the party or any event, for any event, that our absence should be felt. That means today, if one of you who regularly comes does not come to this class, I should feel so and so has not come. Why they have not come? Because they have not come. My class is not fulfilled. If only this boy has come, it would have been very nice. It should be like that. So, so it should be like that. Okay, so like salt, our presence in anybody's life should be present, felt only in our absence, but not like another thing to say is we should never look for praises. Only let me say, he has done this to me, he has done this to me, he has done this to me. No, never like that. Like a mother in the house, she does so much of service to you. All of you know how much service she does, and we never acknowledge it and we never feel it. Every day mother wakes us up, we don't realize the importance. She gives a breakfast, everything, we don't realize it. But the day the mother is not in the house for any reason, she goes out, we immediately feel the presence. So that is how we should make ourselves our presence very important in everybody's life. That means we should be very active and energetic. This is salt. This is Great Wall of China. Hope all of you heard about this Great Wall of China, no? This is China, all of you know, it's a very big country, and it is sharing one of its borders with a country called Mongolia. If you see this wall, it's a huge wall constructed between China and Mongolia, and this goes for thousands of kilometers. Such a huge wall. Why did China construct this wall? This wall, it's not a wall means it's not a brick wall. Even huge vehicles can go on the wall, and it is constructed in such a way that it is impossible to break the wall. The width of the wall will be around 20 feet or 30 feet, because lorries, you can see the picture, no? Lorries can go on the wall. So such a huge wall. Why did they construct? Because every time Mongolians are coming and entering China and then fighting, every time there is a fight. So they thought, why waste our money on fight? We rather construct a huge wall so that Mongolians don't come into our country. But what happened? After the war, after construction of wall, did the war stop? No, the war did not stop. Mongolians came very comfortably and fought. How did they come? They never broke open the wall. How did they come? They have simply, when there is a wall, there will be gates in between, right? There will be doors in between. So at the doors, there will be soldiers. So these Mongolians very comfortably bribed the soldiers and then entered the Great Wall of China, into the China. So here what we have to understand is, these Chinese have done such a huge planning, excellent planning, but they have not taken care of, they have taken care of the material planning, but they have not taken care of the characters of their soldiers. If the character of their soldier was good, their plan of constructing this wall would have become success. Because the character, they did not take they care about the character of their people, it has become a failure. So similarly, we plan a lot of things in our life, but most of the plans, some will be successful, some will be fail. Why? Because we do a lot of planning, excellent planning for our exam we do, but we fail in our planning. Why? Because not implementing it in a proper direction. That means we want to study the total textbook. Fine, we study. If we study it from day one, it will be a perfect job. But what we do is we study it in the last 4 days. So when we study it for the last 4 days, what happens is when the exam comes, we go and sleep there. That way, finally, the result is bad. So most of the times our wishes are not fulfilled, and then we get tears into the eyes. Like, when do we get tears? When we are eating. When do we get tears in the eyes? When we eat very spicy chilies, we get tears into the eyes. So this is where the Great Wall of China and the mirchi is compared. So when it comes to our character also, what we should understand is the character. Building the character is one thing which is very important, and we should understand that most of the times our plans are successful or failure, not because of our greatness, but it is because of Krishna only. We should have this realization. A proper planning can only be done, or only be done when we have a good understanding of dharma, and that learning of that dharma is the real requirement of life. Just to suppose, we always keep saying, no, we have to keep Krishna talking happy. So one way to keep Krishna happy is simple. Just go and sit in front of him and keep talking to him, saying, Krishna, Krishna, I have done this, so this is going to be the result. Krishna, I have done this, this is going to be the result. So Krishna keeps laughing within himself. Useless fellow. He doesn't know his destiny. He thinks that what his plans are coming. I have a different plan for him. So it goes as per Krishna's plan. Only when will our plans be successful? When we learn dharma, and when we do it as per dharma, and when our desire is in Krishna consciousness, it becomes the responsibility of Krishna to fulfill our desires. Otherwise, we will only get tears in our eyes, which is a symbolic resemblance of the spice. The next one is Taj Mahal. Taj Mahal, okay. So, Taj Mahal. Taj Mahal, we are reflecting with the taste of a neem flavor, which is, we just can't eat it. So, why? Here, Taj Mahal is like for every year, when country, like when we say Hyderabad, they show Charminar. And these days they are showing High-Tech City. So for every the moment we say, give the name of a place, a place is shown. Like US, the Liberty Statue is shown. So that way, like Bombay, we say the Gateway of India is shown. Delhi, Red Fort is shown. So similarly, here Taj Mahal is shown. For India, for the total India, this is the pity here. So in India, we have so many great things, so many great constructions, but unfortunately, Taj Mahal is shown. Why? Only the external beauty of Taj Mahal is considered here. Here, what is Taj Mahal? Taj Mahal is the burial ground of one wife of Shah Jahan. So they say that Shah Jahan loved his wife, and so he has constructed Taj Mahal for her. I don't understand what this love is, because it is not just Shah Jahan, Mumtaz Begum, who is the wife of Shah Jahan, for whom he has constructed this. He had hundreds of wives. So this Mumtaz Begum is one of them. So having wives is also a part of their business. So he constructed it for them. Fine. He got a crazy thought to construct a beautiful palace. So he named it for his wife and constructed. To that extent, okay, understandable. So how did he construct? Thousands of labor worked for it for 20 years, not 1 year or 2 years. They worked for 20 years. So when they worked for 20 years, they used to, this was constructed in Agra, and they have used this marble, which was available in Rajasthan. So these people carried all the white marble all the way from there, the best quality marble, and then constructed Taj Mahal. So he has spent a lot of money. Almost all his money was exhausted for him for this. And okay, he has constructed, understandable. After the construction, he felt so proud of himself. Ha, I have constructed such a beautiful Taj Mahal. See, nobody. So, and then the moment we become very proud of something or very possessive of something, what we do, the next thought that comes is, okay, I have constructed this. Nobody should have better than this. So he thought that he has identified all the skillful labor to construct this Taj Mahal. And he thought, if these labor are left alone, they will construct one more. One more will come and they will do it once again, something better. So he was so frightened. What he did is, after the construction, he has cut the hands of all the people who helped him for construction of this Taj Mahal. See what a cruel deed he did. And after that, what is that he has achieved? Nothing. By then, his children became big and they were upset with the deeds what this man Shah Jahan did, because the total money in the country is over just for the construction of Taj Mahal, and then this man is doing all these crazy things. His son has put him in the jail, and then to the jail wall he has put a hole there. He says, from this hole you can see the Taj Mahal. So you have spent your life for constructing of Taj Mahal. So you sit in the jail and keep watching Taj Mahal. See, this is what he has done. So here, what is important here is, what we have to understand here is, we are looking at the beauty of the Taj Mahal, but what we have to realize is the mistakes these people have done in that. So like that, every year, so construction of a Taj Mahal, understandable, constructing a beautiful, but at what cost is what is important. If that money was spent, if he had much more money and then constructed this, that's fine, nothing to say. But he has exhausted all the money in the kingdom, and he has cut the hands of all the people in the kingdom, I mean, who has helped him for this construction. So definitely it's a mistake. So mistakes are compared with Chedu, that is the neem flavor. So we also every year, but here Shah Jahan never realized what his mistakes are. So here what we have to do is, every year we have to analyze what mistakes we have done in the last year, and then make sure that we don't do those mistakes in the coming year. So this is what it is. So this is how we have compared the ingredients of the Ugadi Pachadi, and then the 7 wonders, some of the 7 wonders of the world, and the qualities of we people. So when we eat this Ugadi Pachadi, we have to accept also. Here one more thing is, not only building our character, we should also understand various characters of other people. And we always think they are doing a mistake, but we have to understand one thing: is it a mistake they are doing, or is it something what they are doing is what we don't like, is what we should understand. Suppose I like something which you are not doing, I think you are doing a mistake. Similarly, I do something which you don't like, you will think I have done it, I am doing a mistake. But we should understand that it is they are doing as per their taste, and we are doing as per our taste. And some people, they imagine God also as per their taste. Like their taste means, suppose I like people to be very harsh, I imagine God also to be very harsh. This is how the religions have come up. Some imagine, and actually it is only Krishna, a god, who is considered as a very kind-hearted person. In other religions, gods are not kind-hearted. They are there for punishing. That is how they try to control the people by showing God as a person who punishes them very hardly. So here what we have to understand is that the way we eat Ugadi Pachadi with various tastes, and then with various tastes, and accepting all the taste, we should also accept the people with various taste, with various qualities. And if we feel that they are not doing right, we should slowly educate them with the proper thing, with the proper taste, and change their mindset, and or accept them as they are. Accept them as they are. For doing this, we need lot of patience, and then we should move very coolly with our, by following our dharma. While doing it, we should never go beyond our dharma. And when we do this, if not today, slowly after some time at least, we'll be able to change people. So this is what here today. I tried to do a small. I heard this lecture from one Prabhuji long back. Suddenly, it just occurred to me day before yesterday that why don't I tell this, because Ugadi has come. So it suddenly changed my mind, and without taking Bhagavad Gita class, I have taken this today. So this is how we have to correlate our Ugadi Pachadi with the 7 wonders of the world and the characters of human beings. Hare Krishna. Okay. Any, how did you like this? And then any doubts? Yeah. Anybody wants to talk? You can unmute actually. I have kept anybody can unmute themselves.
Mataji, it was very nice, Mataji.
You understood the correlation?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay.
Mataji, for today's this class, is there any attendance?
No, ma. Today I am not taking attendance. Mataji has not sent attendance. No attendance. Okay. Anybody else? Anybody has got any doubts on this? Today's class cannot unmute Jitesh. Yeah, Jitesh.
I like this, Mataji.
Yeah. You understood, Jitesh?
Yes.
Okay. Rana. Yeah.
Mataji, if you don't have any doubts, you could leave.
Yeah, who is that?
Rana, ma'am.
Yeah, Rana is trying to jump. Rana, yeah, finish your exams?
Yes, ma'am. Done. Already done before.
Okay, right. You can.